The Texans send the punter out. Jabril Peppers is deep for Cleveland. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He's going to field this at the 4. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. His way forward to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's go!
Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
1st down, Kaiser. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go.
They'll throw here. Kaiser. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Now a handoff looking right. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. In a 3-4 defense there, and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only did he eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about puns, you said eat up the double team. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Let's go. 38.
Now 3rd down and goal from the 1. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And now out comes Houston. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession. Let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They start on the ground with Andrews. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They'll run again here with Andrews. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Well, last week he found his way in the backfield from that linebacker position for 4 tackles for a loss. Another one there first quarter.
Yeah, help me out because we watched tape together before this game. We were watching what he did last week. Did that field tilt in his favor where he was just running downhill to plays? It certainly felt like it, didn't it? It felt like it on that play as well.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Here's Watson. Buying time to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football. Completion.
Throwing again is Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little...
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. I'll start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Caleb Brantley able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard, and the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. And this one is incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. A first down throw for Kaiser. The left side completion to Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They'll pick up another first down with that run.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Come on, let's go!
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. To throw, Kaiser. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Watson. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
Back to the air. Watson on second down. Escaping the pressure right. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Obviously, a big play was needed. And you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
From the 50, it's Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Faking the give. Now Watson. Flushed out right. Room here to run. run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Kaiser now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
On 3rd down, Kaiser. It's caught. Jones. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. And to give this time to the tailback. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Second down, Kaiser. Flush to his right. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. A second down throw now for Kaiser. Out left side here to Bryant. 23 yards on the play.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Let's go.
Kaiser yet again. Throwing the out route and complete. That's McGee. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Around the NFL, second quarter in Santa Clara, and the 49ers are out to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. That's complete right around the 8. And, oh, a good hit there and knocked down hard at the 8-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Eluding the pressure right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
Watson on 1st down. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Watson trying to get his guys moving.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. Now, you folks don't know what you're missing. You're missing Larry Ridley. Ready to get back, though, to this Week 2 matchup. Let's get to it. The second quarter score, meanwhile, down in Arizona. And the Cardinals continuing to surge. They've scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Throw left side complete. It's McGee. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Second down now after the incompletion.
Here we go.
From the gun, Kaiser. He'll air this one toward Coleman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Well, now they'll try the end around. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Throwing on third down, Watson. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
They'll run it with Andrews. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Watson. Dancing to his left. And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket.
but it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
A gain of 3, second down. Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. So the false start will back them up 5. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. It gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. Kaiser now to throw on 1st down. Going up top. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time for Cleveland. 41 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go!
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Here we go!
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Kaiser from the gun on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Quick update from Levi's Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Here we go! Ohio! Flex round!
They go play action here on 1st down. That's Njoku over the middle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now it's Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And some room to roam now. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
To throw is Watson. Throwing after the interception. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Forced out to his left. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Steps away to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Let's go.
On second down, here's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 19. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. A big hit. Knocked down sideways right around the 26. And now out comes Houston. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Ohio, here we go. Brand 38. Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a third down. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon.
Flex round. Here we go. Brand 38.
Here's Watson now on second down. And now here is another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
They are on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, in Santa Clara. And the 49ers have just scored for some more cushion. A win would be their second on the young season. And some room to maneuver. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 24. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call,